Girls in real estate, girls in real estate. Oh, where we gone for happy hour?
Hello everyone, this is Bees in Business. I'm Brenda.
And I'm Beth,
And we're coming to you from
Tycoon Media Lounge.
Girls in real estate, girls in real estate. Oh, where we gone for happy hour?
Hi everyone, I'm Beth.
And I'm Brenda. And today on Bees in Business, we're talking to someone who knows how to bring spaces and people to life. Leslie Davis is a connector, a strategist, and a creative force in the commercial interiors world. As Senior Director of Client Engagement at Dancker, she's at the intersection of design, business, and relationship building, helping clients rethink what their workspaces can be and how those environments support culture, collaboration, and productivity.
Whether she's walking a client through a furniture plan or hosting a showroom event that sparks big ideas, Leslie brings both vision and warmth to everything she does. We're excited to hear her take on the trend shaping workplace design, the power of staging a space, and what it really takes to build lasting client relationships in a shifting industry.
Leslie, tell us about yourself.
Oh, hi guys. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
I'm excited to be here.
Yeah.
And I didn't think any Friday conversation with you two would be appropriate without a beverage.
Oh, yes, you brought us
So,
gifts.
I did bring you a little gift, my favorite. I'm a cider girl.
Our
Um,
unicorn fuel.
Unicorn fuel. This isn't a
Unicorn
commercial. No one's
fuel.
paying me.
Well, you should.
Well, I mean, you could, but so I was hoping you guys would crack this open with me here and
Always.
you know,
All right.
settle into this Friday
ASMR
chat.
moment.
Got a little splash there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
All right. Oh yeah. I'm not at JMU anymore. I drink it out of a glass now, not just out the can.
Well, I
I
mean,
know, I'm a grown adult.
we have options. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Happy Friday. Happy to be here. Oh, well,
I'm taking a sip and I'm spilling.
party foul.
Yeah, it's okay.
Mm.
All right.
Oh, that's
I
delicious.
actually haven't had this before. Where is this from?
Total Wine.
Oh,
Duh. Duh.
Love it.
That's good. All right, cool. Back to me. No, I'm just kidding.
yes, back to you.
So, yeah, it's been a journey to get here. I've been in
From Reston.
well, it's only like half an hour. It's not that bad.
Had to. I
I
spent
know,
my-
I know. You had to dig. I know you're resting curious. It's fine.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've been in my new role at Dancker for 10 months. It'll be 10 months on Monday. It just flown by. It's super
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's been super busy, but really exciting. And yeah, my journey to get here has been an interesting one. So, I was born and raised in Charlottesville, Virginia, and I told my parents I was going to leave and go far, far away for college.
You hear that,
like
Kim?
California, and they were like,
parents' households.
right?
I haven't left yet. Sorry, Mom.
Details. I was like, I'm going far away, and they were like, great. You have enough money in your college savings account for 4 years in state. If you want to go elsewhere, the rest is on you. And I was like, in state sounds good. So pulled it down to UVA and Virginia Tech to study architecture. So I was a Charlottesville girl, so that was it. So 4 years at UVA. I did a little bit of graduate work in interiors at the Boston Architectural Center for about a year. My claim to fame, as I like to say, is I was an intern for Moshe Safdie when I was there. So he's kind of one of those like star architects here in DC. You might know him. The ATF headquarters.
Yes.
Your
yes,
neighbor.
I looked at it, yeah.
Yep, in the U.S. Institute for Peace. Are two of his projects here. So anyway,
Nice.
that was my kind of illustrious background in architecture before I fully shifted to interiors.
Mhm.
So I was at DBI Architects for 17 years prior to joining Dancker, where I was in our interior studio and then shifted my focus to business development probably about 10 years in. So anyway, yeah, it's been a really good transition, and I think Dancker is poised to make a big showing in the market this year, and I'm just excited to be part of it. be part of the team.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So exciting.
Well, so Leslie, fun fact, was one of the first people that I met when I moved up to DC. Actually met through Crew, that's Commercial Real Estate Women, and she just took me under her wing, and I got to meet all the ladies in the commercial real estate. And fast forward to today, we're really good friends. And thank you for joining Beth and I on the show. Beth is looking to become a fellow Crew lady. So
I am. I paid it. I paid the fee. I'm in.
Oh, congrats. I know
I'm
it's a rigorous application process.
so rigorous. Yeah. But yeah, I'm official now. So
Excellent.
Yeah.
thank you for joining us today.
Well, thanks for having me.
Goes in real estate.
All right. So in residential real estate, homes have been staged since like the beginning of time, I feel.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more behind in the commercial real estate world. I feel like it's not that it's a new thing, but it's a relatively newer thing that we start staging spaces. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever really thought of it as staging, but I think what we're seeing now, kind of in response to COVID and, the push to get employees back into the office, is really kind of like attention to creating comfortable spaces that people want to come back to. And not only that they want to come back to you, but that can be most effective in whatever their tasks are for that day. So, like flexibility, fluidity, like these are things that are, I think, really important to employers and employees. So, you'll have to forgive me a little bit because I just got back from the Steelcase mothership in Grand Rapids, where I was for training. And, they just talk a lot about flexibility and how you can move between heads down, like focus work, collaborative work. They put it into kind of like 5 buckets: focus, collaborative, restorative. So maybe if you just need to like take a breather, social spaces where you can come together and kind of just maybe it's not collaborative in a work way, but it's more social and
kind of like the kitchen area. Like
Yeah.
you're not
The
necessarily
water
working in there, but exactly
the water cooler.
concept.
Yeah.
Everyone goes when they just need a break and they need to stretch their legs and chat for a minute.
Exactly. And then spaces for learning. So like, training rooms, things like that. But I think what we're seeing is really just acknowledging that people need different things for different tasks throughout their day. But the need might not only come from the task itself, but like how people work best. So I think these are underlying principles of lead and well design, but now the conversation has really shifted to neurodiversity. So like, how does someone with ADHD find a space that works for them where they can focus? And it could be things that sensitivities to light, color, sound, smells, like all these things could be distracting. So it was interesting to me to learn more about that and also kind of realize that some of those underlying principles remain the same. People are more comfortable in spaces where they have some control over their environment, where they have choices. So that I think is the biggest part of it. But when we're talking about the space itself and the furniture and the accessories, if you will, like it's all part of like making that space comfortable and making people feel like it's interesting in a place they want to be. And let's face it, get in the car and drive away from their house. It's been in much more traffic now than there was a few months ago, but yes.
Yeah, we've been trying to decorate our space, whether that's plants or paintings or whatever it is. We found that really if you can't see yourself in that space, like you can't sell it.
Yeah.
If it's not somewhere you want to be, you're not going to be able to sell it either. So,
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
So tell us your thoughts on how to liven up a space and what you're seeing with your clients.
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, I think there are some design principles, maybe it's products, maybe it's in the design itself, but that encourage people to interact with the furniture. Maybe it's like the chair that's like, oh, that's wild. Like it's goes off to one side when you're not in it. Or like we have a stool called perch where you're literally perching on it.
What is perching? Like what are you?
I mean, you
like-
look at it and you're like, I'm gonna fall off that thing. Am I gonna sit on it? But it's kind of more of an active sit. So like you're holding yourself up with your legs, but you're just kind of literally perching. Yes. Double duty.
Yeah, gym and sitting at the same time.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. We whenever we go on building tours, my mom and I always sit in every single chair. In every room that we walk into, I need to touch it. I need to sit in it. Is it
Yeah.
comfortable? It's not like I'm purchasing any of these
Right.
chairs. I just need to know
Yeah.
if they're comfortable or not.
I mean, I think there's a lot that's real. I personally don't really understand how people are buying chairs and sofas off the internet
Right.
Yes.
without
Right.
sitting in them first.
Right.
Which
It
is
baffles me. What
it-
if that fabric is scratchy?
yeah, exactly. What if it's not a comfortable seat? What
What
if
if you get itchy when you touch it, like it's made of wool and
Yeah.
I don't know.
it's a real thing? So, we like to make sure at Dancker, like we coordinate with all of our manufacturer partners to make
Mhm.
sure clients can get in, test drive seats try before you buy, right?
I love that.
Task seating, you're gonna want to make sure it's fitted to you
Right.
ergonomically,
Mhm.
to really kind of support whatever activity you're doing throughout the day. But, lounge chairs is just as important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of materials and like textiles are really popular right now? What have you been using a lot?
I think that again, kind of underscore the like desire to create comfortable home like
Mhm.
spaces in the office is still really important. But I think kind of what we're seeing more, and in my experience, both as a designer and now on the furniture side, what's been interesting to see is how far technology has progressed with like printing.
Yeah.
15 years ago, wood grain laminates, trash. Terrible.
Right. Right.
It looks horrible. It looks like it's from the 80s in a McDonald's bathroom
Yeah.
or something, right?
It's so bad.
And, for that reason, like I think 75-80% of private office furniture used to be specified with actual like wood veneer on it. Now
Mhm.
it's the reverse is true. 75-80% is plastic laminate
Right.
and then the wood veneer. So it's a more cost effective option, which is really a win. But you see it in materials all over, flooring, tiles, like
Mhm.
you can make anything look like anything else.
Right.
I once had a client who was like, I really don't like any material that's trying to look like something else.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I know it was an
Like,
interesting
you must like
perspective.
you must like spending money.
5%.
Yes.
Spending money.
But that just means that you can get creative with
Yeah.
materials in a way that you weren't able to before in a more cost effective way, right?
Right.
So that's been pretty interesting to see. But in addition to that, I think it's really becoming also more like technology oriented and focused. So I think where I wouldn't say necessarily there's been a lot of innovation in materiality and different kinds of furniture. I think what we're seeing is like the closer integration of furniture and technology
Yeah.
to support, whatever kinds of tasks you have going throughout your day.
I love it.
So, Leslie, on our show, we like to ask our icon guests, tell us a little bit of scoop. Tell us something that is not readily known by the market or the general masses of people. What is a piece of scoop that you can share with us?
Oh wow, I feel like you maybe I don't know. I don't know if you made this question just for me, but I am pretty excited to share. I think as
That's for you.
in the last week or two, I was not able to say anything, but it's public knowledge now. So Dancker actually just won the Capital One Arena renovation project.
Oh,
Wow.
big
so
deal.
Yeah, so
One.
furniture, technology, logistics will be involved in all of those.
Wow.
And
That's awesome.
I think now that the Caps lost last night,
Yeah, they did.
the contractors can get in there and
They can
start their
start true. Bad news for the Caps and all the fans.
It
but
is.
good news
Yeah.
for
Good news.
Dancker and Gensler and all of Clark, all of the
Yep.
companies involved. That's so exciting.
Yes, I think Clark was mostly panicked about that.
So tell me, like, what would Danker be doing specifically? Like, do you guys know, or is it still?
Yeah, we're involved in Monumental's office renovation, the suites,
Yeah, yeah.
the
Those
the
suites need some love.
yeah, they were
Yeah.
looking a little worn.
Mhm.
And I think, I don't know if you've all have seen the renderings.
Mhm.
Gensler is the architect for the arena. Architecture Inc. is the architect for their offices. So, there's a lot of different parts and pieces, definitely phased. So we'll be furniture. I think there's the event level.
Okay.
There's going to be almost a co-working space for suite holders.
Okay.
So that's pretty exciting.
All work for real.
Right? They were like, you can do your work here and then go up to the game or whatever you're doing.
Working on the sign.
Right?
So
Are you guys
Um,
also doing like the VIP area as well, or just the office space?
Yeah, yeah, all of it. So, there are some additional phases to come in the future, but for now, I think that's an accurate description of our scope. But in addition, I'm really excited about the technology integration part. So, I mean, if you've seen the renderings, there's a million screens everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, we'll be involved with helping put all that together. And my favorite business unit to talk about really is kind of random, but our logistics division. So,
Okay.
like, do you ever think about what happens to the floor after a basketball game when they have
Oh,
to
I
go to a
love
basketball
that.
game to a
Yeah.
Caps game?
Yep.
well, they
love
upcycle
it.
them now, right?
Well,
They
they
have to take the floor apart.
take it apart and they put it in storage.
Yeah.
I was
So,
thinking,
you know, we will be taking the floor and taking it to our warehouse facility, I think 16 miles away, and then bringing it back,
That's
you know,
so
as
cool.
needed.
Yeah.
So pretty interesting. It's definitely a differentiator for us having
Yeah.
that like specific business unit.
that's cool.
Yeah.
I love that process because when I was at school, I studied sport and recreation management, and we did a lot of like sports facilities classes. And it was so interesting, like especially Capital One Arena, that not only does basketball games, hockey games, but also does like concerts and events. Like they need 3 different types of flooring.
Yeah.
Monster truck rallies.
Oh,
Exactly.
yes,
Like they do so
yes,
many events.
yes,
It's
yes,
so
I-
cool to
that's-
see like
yeah.
how
Yeah.
the process works of them like breaking it down and shipping it back to the warehouse or wherever they put it, and then building the ice
Yeah.
rink, and
Yeah.
it's just so crazy to me.
Yeah.
So I love that process. I'm so excited that you guys get to do that.
Me too.
Goes in real estate.
You've had experience in architecture and furniture. Can you tell us how important the dynamic is between the architecture and furniture designers and vendors?
It's very important, and part of the conversation I'm trying to change now is I feel like traditionally, you know, a lease deal gets signed, the broker says, "Hey, architect, get started. You've got," they used to say 3 weeks. Now I think we laugh, hopefully. But
Yeah, I know, right? Like,
Yeah.
just point click.
totally fine. But so you would get through your construction drawings, and then, you know, towards the end, you would say like, who's doing AV? My neighbor's brother's got a guy, you know, whatever. Seriously, that's true. You know, furniture, that was the time you would be like, okay, now that the drawing's out for permit, let's call the furniture vendors and get this locked in so the order can be placed when the contractor starts working. And then hopefully in 8 to 12 weeks, hopefully everything is arrived on time to get installed, right? But I think there's a better way to do it. You know, furniture and technology constitute like 30 to 40% of a project budget.
Yeah.
So like, why are we leaving that uncoordinated to the end? So I think what Dancker brings to the table is we are an interiors integrator. So we want to help support the design team earlier in the process by starting to talk about furniture, starting to talk about technology needs in the beginning, where we can really be like more of a resource. They can lean on us to help feed them information that's going to make sure that all their power locations are coordinated. Do you have the right blocking in the wall for a TV? Like, do you have a floor box in the right space? So there's more value to be had from working with our team the earlier we can get involved. Specialty construction, walls, like some of them are very short lead time, some of them are a long lead time. And that's a lot of furniture products are like that. So, you know, designers are very aesthetically oriented, and they will say, I really want this product. Like, and if you haven't planned far enough in advance, you might have to say like, well, that's not going to meet your schedule.
Yeah.
So just there's so many reasons why the conversation should start earlier. And I think, you know, anybody that's part of the process from GCs or, you know, anyone else would say like the sooner you can have the team in place working together, the more successful the project will be.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting conversation. We're trying to change minds, change hearts.
It's so smart. So smart.
Yeah.
Goes in real estate.
So, Leslie, you're known as this iconic networker in the industry, and in your current role, I know that client engagement plays a huge part. Tell us about the importance of networking and like fostering those client relationships.
Oh my gosh. Well, the importance cannot be understated. I think that the longer you are working in this industry, but any industry, the more you realize that it really is a lot of times about who you know.
Yep.
Um, and even from the earliest part of your career, some of the people I met in my 20s, just little worker bees doing our thing, are now the decision makers.
Right,
We've grown up together. So it is never a bad time to start networking. The earlier, the better. But it really is just creating those pathways to opportunity. And I think for me, my outlook on this is it's not always about like, how can I help you or how can you help me right now? It's about like, oh, Brenda, you're looking for, someone to do X. Like, let me introduce you to that person. So we're really just creating this like kind of like ecosystem where we can all help each other when needed. So it's business development to me, networking is a long game. It's relationship building. It's not just about like, I mean, nobody likes a hard sell, right? Is there anything worse than going shopping and having somebody lay on the pressure? Like,
Can I help you?
yeah, like,
Like,
oh,
hey,
I'll let you know when you can help me, right?
Are you looking for something in particular?
You want to see that in a different size? Every time. Every time.
I
Can
know.
think for a moment.
Yeah.
You're like, I will come back to you when I'm ready. But,
Exactly.
I like to think that like as long as I've educated my network on how I can assist them, that I hope they'll think of me when the time comes and they're ready to make moves. But like not everybody has an immediate need for those things. So you can't measure your success just based on what you got today. It's about what you're building in the long term.
I love that. Yeah.
That was one of the pages out of her book that I took on. She gave me that advice really early on because I would ask her, I was like, oh my God, how do you do all the things? And she's like, well, I just do it. And like, it's not always expecting something from someone.
Yeah.
Like, take the call, take the meeting, send that invite. But you never know, like you said, who will, people change careers and they take on different positions, they get promoted.
Yeah.
They start their own companies.
Yeah.
And you just never know who's gonna be able to return the favor.
Yeah.
So
I mean, even extending to people who work in roles that are competitive to yours. Like, this is a small industry. People move around a lot. So, I like to be kind to, everyone because you just don't know when you're going to need a job or someone else, you're going to want to hire someone or, there's hopefully enough business for all of us. And how can we kind of work better together again? Like, how do we make sure we can assemble the right team and have good working relationships?
Girls in real estate.
All right, now we're back. So, everyone's coming back into the office. Are you seeing business pick back up? Is there an uptick in the need for furniture with everyone coming back?
Yeah, I think that we're definitely not seeing anything slow down yet.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's been obviously concerns around what's happening with the government. That business has not slowed down at all for us, and in some ways, it's almost like, you know, they had been shedding space over the last few years. So when they called everyone back, all of a sudden, like you had to find new ways to accommodate them. So how I kind of like to comfort myself in these uncertain moments is remembering that changes usually require help from designers and furniture dealers and things like that. So that yeah, we're seeing just as much activity as ever. We're having a good year.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing to worry about from our perspective yet. I do feel like our diverse business units kind of give us a little coverage there too in case something slows down. We can fill in the gaps with other parts of what we do. So that feels good. But yes, people coming back. I mean, I think you're seeing people take back space that they gave up during COVID. I think you're seeing people, yes, accommodate more workers in the office. Just responding to what employees want, similar to what we talked about earlier with creating those spaces that people want to be in. It doesn't seem like the amenities arms race that we've been talking about for a long time is slowing down. I want to, maybe I'll turn the tables back to you guys and see if you've had any different requests for amenities or seeing anything unusual or different there.
With amenities, I don't know about requests, but we do a lot of building tours, and that's how we came up with the idea to do a podcast studio in our office building. We had been seeing them around, but noticed that none of them were um, really the full package deal. It would be a tiny little conference room with a table, like a conference table and microphones hooked up
Yeah.
and like a soundboard, and that was it. And there was no schedule, there was no producer, there were no instructions.
Yeah.
Like, how does a regular person just know how to use those things and have the confidence to try and do those things on their own? So we kind of came to the conclusion that let's take the scary part out of it. You don't need to learn how to do that. We're going to have someone here to help you learn it, and who's going to do all the editing and going to post it for you. And like, all you have to do is show up and create an easy but creative environment that that all of the tenants can use as an amenity. So
Yeah.
I started seeing a lot of, and I know we don't talk about it. It's funny. I was actually having a conversation earlier today. We don't talk about multifamily asset type enough. And so in particular there, as you've seen a lot of owners go back in and try to refurbish, or sorry, reposition some of these older apartment complexes that just need, it's not just the interior unit by unit, but it's also like, okay, now we need a pool to stay competitive. Right?
Yeah.
And so from a risk standpoint, of course, not only is there a cost to building this pool, but it's also the consideration of the added exposure of having a pool on a property that previously didn't, that wasn't built for it. So property rates are a little soft right now, but we did have a lot of catastrophes that are going to affect rates. So I know that on top of inflation and interest rates, that's not what everybody wants to hear. But I think that, as you said, choosing the right team comes into play. And it's I think that's where I like to play up to my strengths and knowing what I know and all the different avenues of real estate, and being able to say, well, listen, we're not just going to go to market and get you a lower rate because the rates are soft now. We have to plan for the future and consider, okay, if we're keeping at rate, if we're taking a reduction this year, like, what is that going to look like next year and the following, as some of these catastrophes that have affected the insurance marketplace.
Sure.
What kind of
to plan.
catastrophes are you talking about?
So hurricanes,
Oh, okay.
fires,
Gotcha.
floods,
Yeah.
all the unfortunate things that Mother Nature,
Like natural disaster kind of
it tends-
catastrophes. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no diving boards on those swimming pools.
Not on
Yeah.
a
Diving board,
Huge liability.
huge
not on a
liability.
top pool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No diving boards.
What are some of the trends that you are seeing amongst all the different industries, and what furniture are these different industries picking? Like, does each industry have its own style, maybe, is the question.
Yeah. Certainly law firms have a different style and a different budget.
Good point. Very good point.
Very good point. I know.
they're the ones that want to see real leather.
Yeah.
Wood.
Yeah.
Yes.
Work to floor to ceiling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The good news is there's so many options within the furniture lines, even just depending on what finishes you pick. Like we talked about earlier, you can achieve similar looks at a range of price points, just kind of depending on the finish selections and stuff. But I think, again, I see the most innovation around furniture that addresses technology needs. I see a lot of like even power being integrated into lounge furniture, just different places people can work throughout the day, different postures they can take, more relaxed.
It's good, detailed.
Standing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do they keep up with the different outlets as as you have?
That is above my pay grade,
Okay.
but I have the same question. How do I keep up with all the power? I'm like, USB isn't a thing anymore. It's just like USB-C.
No.
I think Europe passed a law that said they all have to be the same. They can't keep changing them.
Can't keep.
It's because now I'm having a domestic dispute at home about how many cords we have.
I have like 5 cords in the front seat of my car. It's insane.
For all the things.
Yeah, I'm like, this needs to be plugged in here. This needs to be plugged in here. If I want to bring a speaker anywhere, that needs to be plugged in with this.
Yeah.
Like, they all take a different cord.
We can't keep living like this.
I know, it's ridiculous.
But, we're seeing a lot of like, again, meeting tables that support the hybrid meeting setup. The days of a one long boardroom table are kind of passe. Like, you just can't, if you're all looking at a screen, everybody kind of has to fan out. So Steelcase actually has a table called the ocular table that it's like a gumdrop shape, but it is set up so everyone around it can have their own box on the screen, and it's integral with a screen and a camera.
Oh my God.
But it's set up for that like ideal meeting experience, where
To
you can
accommodate the one person that had to be remote.
yes, that I mean, and I mean 50% of meeting participants are remote. I mean,
Yeah.
meeting per meeting could be different, but I mean on average like over 50% of meetings have a remote
Yeah.
participant. So, just really kind of addressing those needs. And again, this is why I think like technology integration has just changed the game in the last 5 years because we work so differently now. But what else is trending? I think we kind of covered a lot of it. Just, making sure that people have different options through their day and that they can be connected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, before we jump into the fun stuff, got one more, partially serious question for you. What is like ballpark, typical dollar per square foot furniture wise, for, your average office space?
Yeah. So, we're seeing average ranges in this market from $29 to $44 a square foot furniture, approximately 20%.
That's why you bring them on early.
Yeah,
Not an afterthought.
exactly, about
Exactly.
20%. Technology is another 17 to 23, I think, so another 12%. We recently did some budgeting for a law firm, so that range went even higher, up to I think in the low 60s per square foot for furniture. So
Wow.
really just depends case by case. But again, like the beauty of, working with your furniture dealer team, Dancker, hint, hint, is really just having someone that knows the product and can help you meet your budget,
Yeah.
no matter what that is. We have so many manufacturing lines to choose from. We'll really make sure we meet, the space needs as well as the budgetary needs and aesthetic needs of every project.
Well, that's a huge cost. I mean, when you consider, like, I imagine the average cost per spec suite is, you're looking well into the 3 figures. So, like, if you're talking 95, $100 a square foot to build out a spec suite, and you're saying now 20 to 30 for furniture, like, that's a third of your cost.
Yeah. It sounds like a no-brainer to start that process early and really get organized and figure out what needs to happen. And doing it as soon as possible just feels like a no-brainer.
I'm realizing,
Asking for that TI.
yes. Well, I'm realizing that if it goes uncoordinated, now you have changes in the field that happen during construction that result in change orders that have a cost impact.
Yeah, from my brokerage days, I just remember the FF&E furniture fixtures and like electrical equipment was so low, and now I hear your numbers and I was like, yeah, we were never really giving tenants enough for that. But I've been out of the game for about almost 2 years now, so I'm sure
not
it's
that long.
probably gone up.
Well, everything's gone up.
Yeah.
But yes,
Welcome to 2025.
I know.
Everything's expensive here.
Yes.
Goes in real estate.
Are we ready for fun stuff?
Yes.
Okay. I'm ready
Okay.
to put
Ooh.
my cards down. Let's take a
Sip.
sip.
Yeah.
Okay. I need a little unicorn fuel. Okay. So, for the fun questions, we like to ask everyone the same questions. My question, I'm a big foodie.
Yes.
I like to eat too, but it's the
Yeah.
best thing.
This one's mine. And my question is, what is your favorite restaurant in DC and what is your favorite dish there?
2 separate answers.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
I feel like, whenever anyone asks for recommendations in DC, one of my favorite places is always Iron Gate. I feel like it's a cute little spot. The ambiance is good. You can either go full tasting menu, you can do a la carte out on the patio, it's covered.
Yeah.
It's cozy.
A hole in the wall.
It is, but it's like it's just the vibe is so cool.
Yeah.
I recently went to Minetta Tavern.
Ooh,
Yes,
yes.
that's in your neighborhood.
that
In the
one.
alley.
It
Remember I talked
is.
about the alley
The
at the
alley.
piano bar market. No,
No.
down the alley.
Different alley?
From it's the same alley down the
Oh, the
down
diner.
alley. Yeah, it's right at the end, right
Oh, okay.
before last call.
It's
Yeah.
like the diner looking place.
Yes,
Okay.
But yeah, I had the French onion soup. That was pretty life-changing.
it's good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
On a cold day, it's hits the spot because that place is so moody too.
Yeah. I know, which I feel like the debate is always like pastis and La Dip,
Well,
Yeah.
I'm
but I think that Minetta
biased
Tavern soup
because
was.
pastis is right in my neighborhood. So
I'm
I
a,
like pastis.
I have a preference for pastis as well.
oh well, yeah,
Yes.
we all agree.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, good. It's our next lunch date.
You
Yeah.
guys don't come visit me enough.
It's true.
Well, let's change that.
Yeah.
All right. So, any dish? Oh, the French onion soup. Sorry.
Yeah,
You
and
just said that.
I'm a pizza lover through and
Mm.
through, so
Can't go wrong with
can't
that.
go wrong.
Well, what's the favorite pizza spot?
Right now I like all purpose.
Yeah.
Emmy squareds can always be
Oh,
counted on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Indeed.
I know. But I'm told there's some places over in like Alexandria I need to try.
There's a new place that took over Facialuna's in Old Town, Alexandria. And Facialuna's was my favorite place. Like every
Mhm.
birthday, that's where I took, like, that's where my birthday dinner was since I was like little. And they shut down and a new restaurant moved in and it's another pizza place.
Mm.
And they tried to keep the same concept and ambiance a little bit, but the pizza's still pretty good. It's called Frankie's now. So you should definitely check that one out.
Noted.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, what is like in the city, right? If you had to say this is my favorite spot because it has the best vibe, the best mood for a cocktail,
Mm.
what would you pick?
2 answers again.
Oh, 2 answers again. I love it.
I know. My go-to is McClellan's Retreat on the corner of Florida, Connecticut.
I haven't been there
It's
yet.
a tiki bar.
Ah.
Sometimes it's
out.
sometimes it's a tiki bar.
Sometimes it's not
Does
always
it
a
switch?
tiki.
They have a different theme every month. They change up their cocktail menu, and they've done like
So fun.
they'll usually do like a whole month-long theme. I think they did a Barbie theme. like a
In
Barbie
my,
movie
I
theme.
associate that.
Taylor Swift one. Someone did a Taylor Swift like themed bar in DC for a while. It was like a pop-up bar.
Oh, I heard that. I know my friend is taking her daughter there this weekend, and they were
Oh,
like,
they're
"You're
still
taking
here?
your daughter to a bar." Apparently, before 8 p.m., it's legit.
So wait, it's not always a tiki bar?
No, it just depends on. It's cute. It's in a little basement. They have 10 ceilings and
Yeah.
lights strung up, but it's not always a
I
tiki
mean,
bar. No.
I had
Yeah.
thought when we went, I thought it was a tiki
Look
bar, like a
permanent.
permanent tiki bar.
Yeah. No. And then my other favorite spot, I feel like is kind of a hidden gem, but the Ritz in Georgetown can always be counted on for an espresso martini in the
Yeah.
lobby there. And fun fact, our lifestyle team at Dancker actually did the furniture in the lobby. there,
It's
so-
rather
out
lovely in
Dancker.
there.
Right? I know.
Shameless plug.
I know, right? So, yes, for some reason I'm just like, this place is not too fancy.
Mhm.
Fancy enough, but
Yeah.
not pretentious.
Mhm.
They make a really good espresso martini.
It's fancy in there.
That's important.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's
nice.
It's cool vibes.
It's
Yeah,
a cool
yeah,
vibe.
yeah.
Yeah. Christmas
Good.
time,
Oh,
stop.
It's also the Ritz. Like you just
Yeah.
hear the Ritz and everyone's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice."
Yeah.
Oh, the Ritz.
I feel like that vibe, the Foggy Bottom Ritz does not have the same vibe though.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, neither
Mhm.
does the one in
Very
Tyson.
true.
Definitely not.
Yeah, or Pentagon City.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one's different.
Yeah.
All right, what about you guys? Tables are turned.
Uh-oh.
Favorite cocktail spot.
Oh, well, I have this on deck right now because I still haven't had anything to top it, but like right now I am gonna say I'm still stuck on Bar Angie's martini because they do hand stuffed olives. And look, I will
In the martini.
yes, in the martini.
What do they put in it? blue cheese.
Oh, I don't like olives.
I don't know.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Ooh, now we're talking. Little cocktail prank.
I forget.
Go.
Beth is a wine girl.
Yeah.
What do you
I
mean?
like
It's funny.
Cosmos. I like Cosmos, but not martinis.
Yeah, so martinis. I still haven't had like that was my last like you guys if you're watching us on the show, you have heard me say that before, but I still haven't found anything since our last episode that I
Yeah.
like better. So sticking to
All
our
right.
Angie's
Love it.
Yeah.
stuffed blue cheese.
You guys know what I'm gonna say.
Uh-oh.
I said it last time too. I'm a copier as well. Joe's Crabs and Seafood. It's my favorite place.
On that note,
On that note,
it's happy hour.
we're happy.
Well, thank you, Leslie, for joining us today. We're gonna wrap this up.
Yes.
Thank you all for joining us.
Cheers.
Cheers. I love that Quincy's in the back smiling like a proud dad.
He's like, I nailed it.
And scene.
And scene.